Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I started a video with this journal yesterday and I didn't get to finish it, and I wanted to talk to everybody about what is happening with our cats and the fun packs today. I know last week I was late. It seems like for 2 weeks running our lives have... Did I say last week? I was late last Friday. I'm so addled right now I can hardly think. For 2 weeks running, it seems like our lives have revolved around the cats, which is fine. We are thrilled with Blazer. We love our new little cat, and he wandered up. We checked with the neighborhood. We gave it 2 weeks to see if he belonged to anybody. Nobody claimed him. There were pictures circulated. Our neighbor even took him in to her vet to see if he had been chipped, and he hadn't. They were going to adopt him, but he didn't get along with the other cat. Didn't like Blazer. So anyway, we've been trying to get all the cats into the vet, and that would be 5 cats in total. And then we won't even get into the fact that we have the neighborhood cat, Chester. I call him Chester Drawers, who loves us and hangs out on our patio. We have a little, I won't call it a bed. Well, it is like a bed. We made him a little covered area out there for when he wants to hang out and he needs, shelter from the rain or whatever. So it feels like 3 weeks. It has been 3 weeks. We took Blazer in. Blazer had the neuter surgery. Blazer had shots. We had to go back with a sample from the litter box. I know you know what I'm talking about. So that was 2 trips. Then we had to go back and pick Blazer up after he was done with the surgery. I mean, that was 2 trips in one day. The sample was a different day. Then we had appointments set up for 2 of our cats. We still have a cat who's going at the end of the month. So we took Vladimir and Blazer in at the same time. And then, sorry, I don't know where to put this. I think we'll let him just stand right up there. These are just some stickers that were in one of the trinket bags. We took Vlad and Blazer in, and then last week we took Mars and Amelia. We call them the OGs because Jason had 2 cats when I met him. My 2 black tuxedo cats ended up coming to live with us, and then we've adopted Blazer. So we've got Mars, Amelia, Vlad, and Lucy, and then Blazer. So Lucy's the only one who hasn't been to get caught up on exams and all that stuff. Well, we knew that Mars, there were some changes going on with his appearance. His fur was looking more ragged. And when I tell you that Jason is a good cat dad, I can't emphasize that enough. One of the cats he had when I met him, he had Mars, but he had an older cat named Spice. She lived to be almost 20. She was very close to her 20th birthday. And once Spice passed away, he adopted Amelia. So I feel like, they're our cats. But then I had 2 black tuxedo cats that were living with me and my daughter in my apartment. They were kind of my daughters, and then she ended up in a tiny apartment, got married and had a baby, and there just wasn't room. It was a tiny, tiny apartment. It was too much. It was too much for her. It was too much for the baby. It was too much for the cats. They're much happier here. So we went from 2 cats to 4 cats. And if you've got 4, you might as well have 5. But Mars, we noticed he had been looking a little ragged. Jason combs and brushes the cats all the time. They get treats. We try to have our picture taken with them at Christmas. We do it ourselves. It's not some professional thing, but if we haven't had it done in a few years, but usually I set up the camera and we hold the cats, and that's our Christmas photo. I wish we had done it last year because Mars has changed in appearance. He still looks good. He's a beautiful, deep, deep red cat. We call him the elder statesman because he's so mild-mannered. He's a diplomat. He has been able to tolerate all these cats coming in. He, again, is 17 years old. You might think that he would be grouchy and set in his ways, but he moves out of the way for other cats. He's also been losing weight, and it is very hard when and maybe we could have been weighing the cats by getting on the scale and then, you know, weighing ourselves, weighing with holding the cat or whatever. But we could tell that he was losing a little bit of weight, and we buy snacks. You know, we've bought different kinds of food to see if he would eat a little more. We would take him back to one of the bedrooms or the office and close the door and let him eat in private. And I have a really strict routine established with the cats in the morning. Blazer's already learning this, and at dinner time. They each have their own area where they eat. Mars would always get fed first because he is the slowest eater, he's the pickiest, and he walks away from his food bowl. So I would feed Mars, I would feed Amelia, I would feed Vlad, and I would feed Lucy. And now Blazer's, you know, over here. Mars would eat a little bit and walk away. So we had gotten to the point where we were taking extra food for him whenever he wanted it, because we didn't want him losing weight. We would take it wherever he wanted it and let him eat with the door closed, because we thought maybe he's stressed. Well, the vet confirmed to us that, yes, a cat can get stressed and lose 5% of their weight. Mars has lost a third of his weight. It's like it's just here all of a sudden. So he had blood work done, and the likelihood is that he has cancer based on what his lab work looks like. He's 17, so he's a much older cat. We're currently having discussions with the vet about what to do. You all know, if you have animals at all, that having things done at the vet, it can turn into thousands of dollars very quickly. And I can tell you that my sweet Jason he's not afraid to put money into that type of treatment. He's done it before for a feral cat. He had a feral cat who fell in love with him and ended up coming inside and developing, I think it was some kind of lymphoma or some type of cancer, but it had invaded his eye socket, and he lost his sight. I mean, Jason made sure that cat had every option for treatment. And I don't think this glue really works anymore. Anyway, it's just at this point, even the vet said, you know, most cats don't make it to 17. We've been really fortunate, and I think a lot of it is the way Jason, and I take care of the cats as well, but Jason is just a very, very caring and loving individual with people and with pets. We've been really fortunate to have cats who have lived to 20 and to 17. But the vet said, you know, that's a long lifespan. And even if you throw a lot of treatment at it, what more are you going to get out of it? And how is it going to make Mars feel? Like, what is his quality of life going to be? I don't know. It's a lot. It's been a lot. So in addition to all these trips, you know, buying food, getting, and meanwhile, Vlad is on a prescription. I just had to go get his prescription filled. He takes Prozac, as we call it. It's Prozac for cats because he's the one with the sterile cystitis. So he sometimes, you know, goes outside of the litter box, and that's a lot to deal with as well. So it's like, it feels like every day we're planning a trip to the vet, or coming back from the vet, or going to get a prescription, or going to get more cat litter or a different kind of cat food, trying to remedy these problems. And I don't know what has happened to this week or last week or the week before. It's been like a blur. I'm just flipping through here, gluing and talking. Now I don't know. I started a video yesterday and I didn't get to finish it. I didn't really get to edit or anything. So that still needs to be done. Oh, these are still kind of soft. I wonder how long it takes these to really dry. We'll see. We'll let those keep drying. Anyway, I'm just scrambling today. I feel unprepared to have. I want to have the fun packs every Friday by noon, and that's not going to happen today. I don't even know if it's going to happen by 5. But I did want to jump on here and, you know, say hello to everybody and let you know what's been going on and just how how this week has felt. Like it's just gone. Now, I've got a little bit of a processing video from yesterday. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to tack that onto the end and upload this. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on fun packs. I've got paint under my nails, and I will hope to be back soon with a video for whatever I'm going to be listing today. I also started a new journal. I'm so in love with this journal. I'm so excited about it. It's for slow stitching for this winter. So I want to share that soon as well. What in the world was that? Oh, it was just a paper clip. It's okay. It is time to play in this big trashy everything journal. And one of the things that I have, let's get through here and find a place. A place where we can do some things. This is kind of fun. All these containers, not the glue, although that was in one of the grab bags. This is that Ubi, Y-O-O-B-I, Ubi gives, I don't know. So that was in, but these were in a free bin outside of the thrift store, and they completely dried up. Some of them I've added water back into them. Some of them are still grainy. They're not really, ooh, that one's pretty. But I thought it would be fun. Look, I even like the splatters with that. I thought it would be fun to just use them in here. You know, add some water, and then that's really thick. Got these bubbles. These are watercolors. So I don't know that I've ever seen these in the store. I've had Dr. P.H. Martin's products before, but this is, it says Fine Art Watercolor. And I thought it would be fun to, especially since they were free, to just come through the journal and add color. This one has a very weird texture. Oh, I think this is the one that had a huge chunk of watercolor in it. Has anybody ever used these before? Hydrus Fine Art Watercolor. See, that's just a really thick piece of paint. Okay, I did dry that a little bit. Look at that one. That's titanium white. It looks like it has oil or something in it. Deep. So that was crimson, that other red. This is deep red rose. Whoa. It's like the, yeah, these may not be worth doing anything with. I'm not going to throw them out yet, though, because I may just use them in painty papers, like just pour out what is left. There's Miss Oven Mitt. What is this? Hansa? Deep yellow? It looks orange. Wow, talk about mark making. Oh, this came out of the trinket bag. So let's go ahead and put this pen in while we're on this page. I was thinking I had some others pulled out. I don't see them at the moment. Zip tie, that stays there. For some reason, this is just not, I don't know how much it's supposed to pull out. Whoa. That pulled it out for sure. This was in the trinket bag. And you can see it's got debris in it. Well, maybe you can, I don't know. A little bit, there's a few little particles down here. So there's the little sort of a vignette. It's got this key ring with a puzzle piece, part of the label cut out there, the lady with the umbrella, a puzzle piece, half of a little ball from probably a toy, and then that little wooden disc with the letter U on it, probably a game piece. That's kind of a smooth, really glossy surface. This might be a place where I can do something that I want to try out. These are all, these are rolls from the center of receipt tape. At least that's what they look like to me. Anyway, this was in the trinket bag, so I went ahead and rubber banded all of those together to make a really fun shape maker. And I thought we would get out some acrylic paint and do some shapes. That one kind of got a bubble in it. There we go. Oh, I like that. Let's add a little bit of another blue. That's such a fun shape. It looks like a flower. Isn't that amazing? So let's just put these everywhere. Oh, that's kind of thick. I may have to let this dry. And then we'll come back. Got to put a little bit on the puppy there. And so I would think you could do this with anything. If you have straws, I wonder if you cut up a straw instead of throwing it in the trash, if you banded them all together, if you could get, I really hope I didn't put my sleeve in that. No. Oh, I'm dangerous out here with street clothes on. I need to have like art clothes when I'm out here. Isn't that just fun? Okay, this video has gone back and forth, as you already know. The first part was from today, the middle part was from yesterday, and now here we are back with today, and everything has dried. I just wondered if these just look so much like flower shapes. I can't tell what's, like there's the center. I don't know. This was just a lot of fun. There are so many things that we can do and create without having to buy extra supplies. I mean, of course, you know, if you're going to use paint and crayons and things like that, we have to buy them. It's nice to have reuse facilities close by if that's an option. But as far as, I mean, there's just a lot of things that we can reuse. And I want to explore more of that. I do like that a lot. This was very fun. But I did want to show you, I let this dry overnight, and yeah, just a lot of fun. I wanted to come back and show you what this looks like. So lots going on here today, but I will be back soon. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.